EM1. EM1 launch completed.
Control to EM1. Voice check, please.
EM1 to deep lab. Read you loud and clear.
Control to RS1. Voice check.
RS1 to deep lab. Copy you loud and clear. All systems green for go.
Control to EM1. Proceed to dock with RS1.
Roger.
The experimental module EM1 is about to hook up with the RS1, which will carry a piggyback to the operational area. You'll notice that this takes place much the same way that the astronaut's lunar module joins with the command capsule in space.
Docking completed.
EM1, docking completed.
Control to RS1. Proceed to test site.
Roger.
I have a message for Jerry. It just came in from his wife.
Dr. Anderson reports baby has mild case of colic. Dr. Brandt, Jerry Hollis is about to take part in a highly complex underwater experiment. Are you suggesting that I interrupt his concentration to inform him that his baby has a stomachache?
He was worried about the baby. I'm suggesting his concentration will be better if he's relieved of that worry.
Perhaps you should care to add the marketing list to give the mission that homey touch. Control to RS1. I have the following message. Dr. Anderson reports baby has mild case of colic.
Colic. Thanks, that takes a load off my mind.
Oxygen intake?
0.500 and steady.
Now, while they're on the way to the testing site, I'll take the time to brief you on the nature of the mission itself. Now, a few months ago, the sensory devices in the RS-1 detected a metal called germanium underneath the ocean floor a few miles off the continental shelf. Now, this metal is necessary in the manufacture of transistors, and up until now, it's been in very short supply in this country. But the indications are that that metal is there. Now, the RS-1 is too large to probe into the caves and the crevices and the canyons in the ocean bottom to find the best possible mining site, so we're going to use the EM-1 for that. It will be taken down to a depth with its free swimmer never before reached by a human being without the protection of a pressure hull. Now, the space units used by the astronauts on the moon, those are pressure hulls. If you punctured one, the astronaut's body would explode. Now, the opposite is true of the diver. His body would, at a depth of 1,000 feet, be crushed by a pressure of 900,000 pounds. Now, our scientists in the deep lab have found a way to prevent this by saturating the body tissues with an equalizing counterpressure, by regulating the oxygen and the hydrogen intake and using computer-controlled techniques. This is automatically taken care of in the EM-1. The diver in the EM-1 is actually an extension of the submarine, and he can take that vehicle into places that otherwise could not be reached.
How deep can he go?
Dr. Delgado has tested it himself to a depth of 1,200 feet. Now, we're working on a system to go much deeper, but that hasn't been perfected yet.
Do the potential results justify all the money and research that's been put into this whole concept?
There's no question about that. The future lies right here. Food from the seas can stave off worldwide starvation. Enough minerals to keep industry running long after the mines on the shore have been exhausted. And water, which can be converted to more than satisfy all the world's agricultural needs. Now, the test should begin shortly. I've made arrangements for you gentlemen to monitor the conversations between Dr. Delgado and the two aquanauts during the actual operation.
RS-1 to deep lab. Approaching target area.
Oh, don't forget that you told the PR man they could listen in topside.
Thank you for reminding me. That's one of the crosses a scientist must bear when he's being funded by a foundation.
The next voice you hear will be that of Dr. Delgado in Deep Lab Control.
Would like me to report in language simple enough for the press to understand, yet with the dramatic intensity of a soap commercial.
It's quite a sense of humor. This is SSS. We read you loud and clear. The members of the press and myself appreciated your little joke.
What joke?
About the soap commercial. They heard it.
I've been briefing them on your operation. We're ready to monitor now.
I don't think it will be very interesting. Just a lot of technical language.
Over target area.
Sharks are usually attracted to the submarine by the low-frequency hum that it sends out.
Final check.
Oxyhydrogen mixture at 293. Lithium hydroxide at 2% saturation.
OXH 293, LH 2.0.
Proceed with dive.
RS-1 heading down at 30-degree dive angle. Hang on, Bob.
They're in a minimum descent time mode.
Hollis, you
Read the echo.
Sounds like we crossed over an unrecorded trench.
level out over the west floor of the plane.
Approaching it now. Leveling out.
They've bottomed the sub at 1,300 feet.
Cut your engines and release the module.
Roger. Release clear.
Cutting loose.
Roger.
Can you place a charge to clear the area?
I'll try.
Fire when ready. Control to SSS. EM1 in position to place glyceride explosive charge.
There's a chasm halfway in. I'm planning to charge as deep as possible. Charge released. Activate explosive charge.
Explosive charge activated. Countdown. 5,
4,
3,
2.
1.
Dead air.
Something wrong.
Nothing on sonar. Bogan, any seismic tremor?
Negative. No detonation here.
Red light indicates no circuits. No go.
Are you sure it's activated?
My switches point to hot and heavy.
Check your battery.
Batteries checked. They're okay.
EM1 to deep lab. I'm going to disconnect and take a look.
I double-check your system. Be sure you equalize your head sinus pressures before you leave the module.
Roger.
Return to module and connect pressure system within 12 minutes.
Will do.
RS-1, do not detonate. Repeat, do not detonate. Exeter swimming to check explosive charge.
Roger. All circuits on safety.
The detonator line disconnected. Connection completed. Returning to EM1.
Exeter.
Exeter.
Celebration on now.